Alright, so before we get started on today's video, I have some super exciting news to share with you. The one, the only, Lindsay Ivan is launching a new reaction channel called Peach. If you love Lindsay as much as we do, be sure to check out this channel. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We can all freak out about how cute she is. Anyways, back to our vid. Look, I get it. We all fall hard for celebrities. We love them, whether it's their music, movies, art, books. When I fall hard. But there comes a time when we just gotta let them go, you know? Fly off into the realm of the big unknown, followed by a tearful salute. Thank you for your service. But some people get so famous, mysterious conspiracies begin to surface about whether or not our beloved celebs really did kick the can. Hey guys, I'm your host Rachel Fisher, and today we have our top 10 list of celebrities who still might be alive today, according to the internet. Let's do this. First up, we've got Jimi Hendrix at number 10. The one, the only, the guitar whisperer. On September 8th, 1970, the world lost one of the best, if not the best, guitar player to ever exist. He was found dead due to asphyxiation in his London apartment. Or was he? We don't know. Considering how loved Jimmy was, he certainly wasn't going to leave this world without some fight from his fans. Having only been 27 when he passed, people had some questions. Conspiracies soon started to rise up concerning whether or not it was murder orchestrated by his manager, Michael Jeffrey, so he claimed the $2 million life insurance policy he took out the day before he died. Also, Hendrix did, after all, have a phone call the day before discussing leaving his manager. But some people believe that Jimmy never died at all, and that the whole thing was staged. Considering the amount of mystery surrounding his death, fans think to this day that it was all part of a ruse for Jimmy to end his career in the limelight to become someone else. Regardless of if he's alive or dead, his music will forever live on. Coming in at number 9, we have Princess Diana. Now, already there are tons of conspiracy theories surrounding her death, some resurfacing especially because of the current drama in the court across the pond. The world loved her and didn't want to let her go. Some people think the royal family orchestrated it, that the driver was an informant, purposely blinded before they crashed into the tunnel, that the paparazzi set up dangerous and unsafe conditions on purpose, even that Diana wrote a letter outlining a premonition she had that the royal family were planning some kind of accident to happen to her. But some believe Diana was pregnant with her then boyfriend's child, and that the accident was just a ploy to get Diana's name removed from the public eye for good, so she could be alive somewhere out there in the wide world. Coming in at number 8, we have Paul Walker. When Paul Walker died suddenly and tragically in a car accident, the world was shook, especially because he's a Fast and Furious star. That's kind of ironic, I guess. The loss of the Fast and Furious star left many hearts broken, but then the video of the crash was released online, and people's gears started turning. Conspiracy theorists started pointing out errors in the video, specifically two people who appear to emerge out of the crash. One looks to be wearing a fire-resistant suit. Why could this be? The most compelling piece of evidence says that apparently Paul Walker's car had two different license plates. Believing that the cars were switched out. So, if this is true, where is he now? And what was he running from? Coming in at number 7, we have Steve Jobs. Is Steve Jobs actually alive in Egypt? Today you will decide. If you haven't heard already, the internet is a strange, wonderful, and at times dark place. Once something's on the internet, anyone can get a hold of it. So when someone posted a pic of a man in Egypt that looked way too much like Steve Jobs, the whole world screamed, "He's alive!" Steve Jobs was, after all, a genius, so it's not too hard to imagine that if he had to fake his own death, he totally could have. He could have pulled it off. When Jobs passed away, the world actually accepted it, but this picture changed the game, with Reddit users saying things like, quote, "I know this is supposed to be a joke, but WTF, this guy looks too much like Steve Jobs to be so random, and WTF is right. How could anyone look so much like Steve Jobs outside of a black turtleneck? It must be him." What do you think? Coming in at number 6, we have Tupac Shakur. Despite now being dead for over 24 years, whispers of Tupac still being alive just won't quit. Many believe that Pac heard about the attempted assassination on his life, switched himself out with a double, and quickly slipped off to New Mexico and has been laughing at us ever since. At least that's what documentary filmmaker Rick Boss, who came out with the documentary Tupac, The Great Escape from UMC. The doc covers his conspiracy, and in an interview said that Tupac's family were okay with the title, and that should reveal what's really going on. Also, if you listen carefully to the lyrics of his song Hail Mary, Pac references coming back to life. Plus, a deepfake insertion of Tupac in a Snoop Dogg video and the holographic performances of Pac on stage at Coachella all support the idea that maybe, just maybe, he is still with us. Coming in at number 5, we have Andy Kaufman. Andy Kaufman was a legendary comedian, and the world was sad to see him go when he passed away in 1984. Assume it, please. Or did he? Well, many actually believe this one this time. That is until 2015 when SNL was about to have their 40th anniversary, Twitter bugs started buzzing with news that Andy was gonna be there, swooping in at the last minute to steal the show, but sadly, he was a no-show. But that hasn't stopped theories to keep on circulating that Kaufman is alive and well, living as a monk in New Mexico. But why? When Kaufman passed away due to cancer at the age 35, even his friends and family believed it was a show. Andy often spoke about faking his own death, and the idea that faith performed perfectly becomes fact. Plus, Andy was very ambivalent about fame, and so suddenly disappearing suited his style. It scares me a little how weirdly convincing this is. So we're just gonna move on. Yeah? Yeah, okay, good. Coming in at number 4, we have Marilyn Monroe. Hollywood legend Marilyn Monroe shook the world when she passed away. Or did she? You can stop asking yourself if I'm gonna keep doing that. You know the answer. Rumors surrounding Monroe's death sparked within minutes after she passed, many believing her death was orchestrated by the Kennedy family due to the affair between her and John F. Kennedy. Some say the mafia did it. Others say the FBI because she knew just a smidge too much about aliens. But when John Alexander Baker, author of Marilyn Monroe, Alive in 1984, came across a female hitchhiker with a remarkable resemblance to Monroe, the woman she also claimed to be, a whole new theory emerged. According to the story told by Baker, Marilyn had a mental breakdown after all the death threats she received. To protect her, they staged her death and then moved her to a mental institution in New Brunswick, Canada, where she stayed for 20 years. This woman suffered from schizophrenia and was homeless at the time, but based on her singing voice and her uncanny resemblance, Barker says that he's 99% sure that she was who she claimed to be. She'd be around 94 years old today, so Marilyn, if you're out there, I love you. Coming in at number 3, we have Jim Morrison. Next up, we have Jim Morrison. If you're a fan of The Doors, then you've heard of the wild and enigmatic Jim Morrison. On July 5th, 1971, Jim Morrison died of a drug-induced heart attack. Say it with me. Or did he? Because there was no autopsy performed on Jim's body, many believe that he faked his own death. Also, there are a lot of different accounts as to where he actually died. Though Morrison was found by his wife Corson that day, a club owner in Paris reportedly said that Morrison had come to the club that night to buy heroin. Once he got it, he went to the bathroom and never came back. The drug dealers got nervous, they'd get caught, pretended he was unconscious, dragged him up to his apartment and placed him in the bathtub and staged it like that. Then there's a story of singer Marianne Faithfull who said that she and her ex-boyfriend, drug dealer, dropped off drugs straight to the house. They were too strong for him and he died. With so many different accounts, how can we really be sure that Morrison hasn't moved to New York City and has become a humble poet under the street lamps? Or some theorists say he's ranch owner Bill Loyer. Morrison did gain a ton of weight while living in Paris during this time, so maybe people didn't recognize him when he came back. Coming in at number 2, we have Elvis Presley. I physically can't do this list without talking about Elvis Presley conspiracies. I just can't. But here we are, so let's do this thing. Since the legend passed away in 1977, fans held true to the phrase, legends never die. Sightings of the king have been everywhere. The first being right after Elvis's death, when a man closely resembling the icon booked a one-way ticket from Memphis to Buenos Aires, Argentina. Another reason people think he is still around is the misspelling of his name on the tombstone. Elvis Aaron Presley is spelt with 2 A's when Elvis spells his name with 1. But on the tombstone, there are 2. Perhaps a secret message revealing the truth? Some sightings go from realistic graying old men to the guy standing behind Catherine O'Hara in Home Alone. Coming in last but not least in our number 1 spot, we have Kurt Cobain. You get a lot of interesting things when you type into Google, why do people think insert celebrity is still alive? When I typed in Kurt Cobain, I got an explosion of theories, but I think Reddit user Phantom Martyr really sums up all the search results. On April 5th, 1994, music legend Kurt Cobain took his own life. Or did he? Many theories blossom surrounding the idea that Kurt only faked his death to escape the spotlight. Conspiracy theorists believe that several lies have been told to cover up the musician's death. One, due to the fact that he had an absurd amount of heroin in his body the day he died. He wouldn't have been able to survive that before he was able to shoot himself, so questions. Number 2, his body was cremated, so there is no body. Convenient. 3, any pictures of Kurt Cobain after he passed away are blurry and most don't even include his head, leading some to believe it's a fake body or it was staged. Number 4, no media was there at the funeral. And lastly, number 5, and probably the craziest reason, if you put the names Kurt Cobain, Courtney Love, and Frances Bean Cobain, you can spell out Kurt is alive. Whoa! Is it a secret code? We don't know. And that was our top 10. Thank you so much for joining us for our top 10 list of celebrities who still might be alive today. If you liked this video, as always, let us know and subscribe for more. Let us know in the comments if you think we missed any or if you've heard any other crazy conspiracy theories. You know, we love this stuff. We eat it for dinner, we eat it for breakfast, we eat it as a snack, all of it. We love conspiracies. Send them our way. Remember to check out Lindsay Ivan's new channel, Peach. It's gonna be a blast. I've been your host, Rachel Fisher, and until I see you guys next time, take care.